Unit 5 is about fractions, decimals, and percents. Lesson 5.1, our objective is to review key fraction concepts and to provide practice when solving parts and whole problems and finding fractional parts of whole numbers. So let's start by reviewing when we use fractions. We use fractions when we're looking at parts of a whole. We use fractions on the number line. We use fractions when we need to measure in between the whole numbers. So if you need a half cup instead of one. We use fractions for division. Remember, a fraction is really a division problem. So if you have 3/4, it's really like 3 divided by 4. And then we use fractions with ratios. And there's lots of other reasons we use fractions too, but these are a few that we'll be using in this unit. When you think about a fraction, you need to remember the numerator is on top and the denominator is on the bottom. So in this fraction 1/3, 1 is our numerator and 3 is the denominator. Here are a couple of examples of what 1/3 could be. You'll notice there's 3 parts and one of them is shaded in. So the denominator tells us how many parts there are total, and the numerator tells us how many of those parts we're either using or we're looking at. In your first set of math journal pages, this is on math journal page 121, you'll find some problems like this. We'll do a couple examples together. The first one says, this set has 15 counters. What fraction of the set is black? So I know in the whole set there are 15 counters. So my denominator is 15. Now, how many are black? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my fraction is 6/15. And problem number 3, if 12 counters are the whole set, how many counters are 1/4 of the set? So I know that I need 4 groups. Okay, so I'm going to move these counters. I'm going to have a group here, group here, group here, and a group here. So I'm going to start moving these counters. I'm going to put one in each group, just like when you deal out cards. And then another. And another. So now the question asks, what is 1/4? So now I have 4/4. But if I just focus on this 1/4, I can see that there are 3 counters. So 1/4 of 12 is 3. Here's another example. You'll have some word problems that you have to figure out parts of the whole. It says, in a school election, 141 fifth graders voted. 1/3 voted for Shira and 2/3 voted for Bree. How many votes did Shira get? So I know that there are 141 votes all together. And 1/3 of those was for Shira, and the other 2/3 were for Bree. So I have to figure out what is 1/3 of 141. Well, I know that I need 3 equal parts. So if I were to divide 141 by 3, 3 goes into 14 4 times. 3 times 4 is 12. Subtract, there are 2 left over, I bring down the 1. 3 goes into 21 7 times. 7 times 3 is 21. So 1/3 of 141 is 47. Now, for Bree, I need 2/3. So if I have my equal parts, and I have 47, 47, 47, my 3 equal parts, now I need to know 2/3. So I would have to add 47 plus 47, or I could take 47 times 2. It's 14, carry the 1, 94. So Bree got 94 votes.